If you're somebody who has a difficult time manifesting money, or maybe you manifest money, but you can't hold it, you're going to watch this video till the end because at the end, I'm going to give you a practice that I give to all of my clients to help them elevate their energetic imprint, their frequency, so that not only they manifest money, but they enter the zone of overflow and manifest the money with ease, but also hold the money. If you're new to my world, I'm Sonia Lopez, Energy Leadership Manifestation Coach. I have helped thousands and thousands of clients manifest everything from dream jobs to dream relationships to money overflow. And I personally have manifested healing from 5 autoimmune conditions, paying off my homes, manifesting money out of thin air, and a lot of other amazing things. So let's dive right in. Oftentimes, when people are trying to manifest, there's this one thing they miss, and it's what I call the hidden rule of duality, which states that we live in a dual world. For every up, there's a down. For every light, there's a shadow. And this means that if you're focused on internally, like on the lack of the desire, then your energy is opposing abundance. So think about it. If you're focused on, I don't have the money, how do I get money? How can I create more money? And internally, you feel this in your nervous system, this contraction, this tension, this nervousness. What do you think you're resonating out to the universe? And so, what do you think you're going to attract more of? So, this doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It just means that you're facing the wrong direction. And you oftentimes hear manifesting teachers say, what you focus on expands. But because money is such a, like, it's such a sticky topic, people unconsciously, even though they think they're trying to manifest money from high vibes, unconsciously, what's going on in their inner landscape, in their self concept, tends to usually be, oh my God, I need more money. How do I get it? And that's that duality of they're creating more resistance because they're focusing on the lack of the money. So this practice I'm going to give you is going to totally help you shift it, but you do have to practice it for 30 days because remember, anything that we've been training our mind to do and it's not working and it's creating resistance, we want to shift that neural pathway, and it takes about 30 days to change the neural pathway and the beliefs that you have going on. Okay? So most people are trying to get something because they're focused on the lack of it. I want to make that point really clear because you want to start to recognize where that is for you so you can start to shift it. Okay? So, what happens when you loop these thoughts over and over of I don't have it, I need to get it, is you create feelings that then create an action, and then you start creating the same results over and over and over again. Okay, so I had a client, for example, who was manifesting the money. The money would come because she was really magnetic, and most of you all are really innately magnetic, but then she would get the money, and all of a sudden, she would have like a bill come out of nowhere, or she would go and spend it. So she did not have that receiving and holding muscle strengthened because deep down, she had some distortions that didn't allow her to believe that she was worthy of holding and keeping the money. Okay. So she energetically was rejecting the money. So then what ended up happening for her was that the money overflow, even though it was coming to her and she was manifesting, every time she would just spend it, she ended up like stopping the overflow, and it got harder for her to manifest money. And that's when we started working together. And so it's not that you're going to, focus on, I need to be all high vibe. It's that you're going to shift your relationship to your current beliefs and perceptions that are creating that block for you. And for everybody, it's a little bit different, but this practice helps you no matter where you're at. And you don't need to go down any rabbit hole of, oh my God, I need to know what my money story is and what was my childhood with money. You don't need to do any of that. It's super simple. Okay. So the first thing is to become aware that abundance is always present. if you look at maybe other areas of your life where you have more ease manifesting and start to shift your focus to, oh, I do create abundance. Maybe it's with friendships, or maybe it's with your health, or maybe it's with your love life. I do actually create abundance in those areas, which means it's possible for me. Okay. Because abundance is always present. You can even go look at nature and look at how abundant nature is. So bringing that to the awareness of the front of your prefrontal cortex, the front of the mind, right? So that your reticular activating system, that little scanner we all have, starts to look for abundance. You start to shift where your focus goes by reminding yourself, where do I have abundance in my life? Okay. And you train your perception, because remember, everything is our perception pushed out. Our manifestations are our perception pushed out. You train your perception to look for, where is the abundance? Where is the abundance? And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to create the vibration with this practice I'm going to give you. You're actually going to create the experience over and over and over for 30 days. And you're going to do it. You can do it for money. In this case, we're talking about money, but you can do it for other areas of your life. If you want to pick one area to focus on, you can do it for that. And you're going to start to reframe any thoughts of scarcity or lack that are going on autopilot in your hard drive. Okay. So we talked about that at the beginning of the video. It's like these thoughts and beliefs, this duality of lack is going on autopilot automatically. And you don't need to go searching as to what that is in particular, because this practice is going to help you just shift it as long as you continue the practice and you devote 30 days to it. Okay. So we're going to start to reframe whatever patterns you have going on that are creating that lack or that contraction. All right. So instead of focusing on, I don't have money, right? You can say to yourself, this is where we start reframing it. You can say to yourself, okay, I don't have money, but I do have friendships. I do have love. I do have wisdom. I do have my life force, my breath, right? And money is finding me. So you want to start by focusing on what you do have. And then at the end, when you bring to awareness what you do have, you say, and money is finding me. All right. Or love is finding me, whatever you're applying this to. Okay. Then the next step in all of this is to create the vibrational friend energy, or as I like to call it, the vibrational friend exercise. Okay. So you want to create an energy of, how would you treat your friend that you love? So imagine that money or love or whatever you're manifesting, let's focus on money for the sake of this video. Imagine that money is your best friend, right? What energy are you projecting out to your best friend? And you can break it down like this. Identify the desire. So in this case, we're talking about money. And identify the energy you're going to project to it as if money is your best friend. So how would you treat money being your best friend? Is your best friend somebody that you would treat like by yelling at them, or by being mean to them, or by being judgmental? No, you would treat them with love. You would treat them with kindness. You would say nice things to your friend. So you want to bring that and treat money like it's your friend, right? You wouldn't slam the door on your friend. You would invite it in, right? So what does your friend need? Ask yourself, what does money need from me? Does it need respect? Does it need gratitude? Does it need openness? Does it need trust? Does it need reciprocity? One of the greatest things that we can do to create energetic momentum and vibration that is elevated is to reciprocate, to put it out there with love. Anytime I'm going to spend money or invest money, I always internally say to myself, thank you, money, for allowing me to circulate you. Thank you for allowing me to circulate you. I know this is coming back to me. So you want to make sure you're building a relationship with money that is of a high frequency, okay? Then you're going to shift your behavior to say things like, when you receive money, maybe you say, I love having you here. Thank you for coming into my world. Thank you for coming to me. Thank you for letting me give money with ease when you're giving money out. I know you're coming back to me and I so appreciate you. And do this with love, like actually connect to the feelings and connect to the emotions of what you're saying to money as if it was your friend, and opportunities and love and all the things. So practice this for 30 days, like really devote yourself to it. It's really magical and it's going to open up not only your channels to receiving money, but also your channels to receiving abundance in all areas of life. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to add a comment. Let me know how you're practicing this, and be sure to hit the little subscribe button for future trainings that I'll be doing on here. Take care, everybody.